Buenos Aires, such an interesting city, and after what seemed like days of flights and hotels and taxis, I found myself finally embarking the celebrity infinity in the industrial port. We were headed to Antarctica, a bucket list destination with stops at Ushuaia and Cape Horn before we set out to cross the Drake Passage, reported to be some of the worst seas on the planet, and we were the last ship in at the end of the season. Several days after departing Buenos Aires and stopping at Ushuaia, we found ourselves in a sheltered cove near Cape Horn. I've been in heavy seas in a cruise ship before. The worst probably was skirting a typhoon in the Celebrity Millennium in September 2019 as we made our way across the Pacific to Yokohama. But the night before we made it to Cape Horn, it was absolutely awful. We had at least 25-foot seas with random rogue sets slamming into the side of the ship, jarring the ship with a loud crashing, almost like a giant hitting the side of the ship with a baseball bat. It was a pretty rough night. Now, these videos that you've just been watching are of the seas right after Cape Horn. It looked amazing. It was basically flat, what they call the Drake Lake. But that wasn't going to last. We had about 2 more nights of the crazy rocking and slamming that made a lot of people sick. Growing up on a commercial fishing boat, much like these pictured from Newport, Oregon, but ours was a little bit smaller, we had a mix of the motion and the smells of dead fish, a musty cabin, Dad's Marlboro cigarette smoke, diesel exhaust, and coupling that with a 4 a.m. breakfast of things like warm milk, too much Cookie Crisp cereal, Sunny D, and a couple Slim Jims, I learned at a very early age how to prevent seasickness, and I'm going to share that simple recipe with you because being sick on a cruise can ruin your entire trip. First of all, I do need to say that this part was filmed in heavy seas in the Drake Passage, so please forgive the camera movement. For this preventative mixture, you'll need a ginger ale or sparkling water, a glass, and ginger powder. I got my ginger ale from the bar in the buffet upstairs. The glass was in my room, and I brought the ginger powder from home. I bought it at Target in the spice area, I think, and it cost under $2. You'll need to open your ginger ale and pour 2 to 3 fingers of ginger ale into your cup. You don't want too much because the ginger powder is really spicy, and I found that it's best just to throw it back, kind of like a shot. Try to mix it up by swirling the glass around. I didn't plan ahead very well, or I would have also grabbed a spoon from the buffet. Now about this ginger mixture. I'm not a doctor. I only have empirical evidence to prove that this works for me. Throw that stuff back, take a couple hours before you have breakfast, and enjoy the rest of your day. Not one time ever, under any circumstance, have I ever gotten seasick after having this first thing in the morning. Well, we finally made it to the Shellart Channel in Antarctica, and I have to tell you, every wave, every up and down of the ship, every slamming crash on the side of the ship was absolutely worth it. Safe sailing, my friends. I'll see you out there.